So congratulations, your offer just got accepted on your dream home here in Austin, Texas, or the surrounding areas. And this is the part that nobody really talks about, but where things can oftentimes get messed up. Between now and your closing date, there are a couple things that you should definitely do, and then there's also a handful of things that you should absolutely never do during the escrow period. If you're buying a home here in Austin, Texas, especially if this is your first home purchase ever, this video is going to help save you a lot of stress and worry during this period, and also just set you up for success. Hi, my name is Brigid Schlegel. I am your Austin, Texas real estate agent. I specialize heavily in new construction, relocation to Austin, Texas, and oftentimes first-time home buyers. So if you're watching this video, either you are one of my own clients and you're under contract now, your offer has just gotten accepted, or perhaps you found this video just through YouTube. And even if you haven't had an offer accepted just yet, this video will still be useful to you to just prepare and know what to expect once you do get that offer accepted. First, let's discuss what happens next right after you get your offer accepted. A few things are going to start happening very quickly, and it's good that you're prepared. First off, your option money and your earnest money will be due to the title company within 3 days. Now that 3-day mark includes weekends. It is not just business days, but if the third day falls on either a Saturday, Sunday, or a holiday, it will then push to the next available banking business day. Now, the amount of that option money and earnest money is always going to be custom to your specific transaction. If you're buying from a new construction builder or new home sales, there won't be any option money. It will only be your earnest money, which is oftentimes due along with signing the contract. Now, this video also, I will note, is just for resale homes. I will make a similar video like this for new construction sales as well, and what to expect in the escrow process on a new build and how it may differ from a resale home. Myself and my transaction coordinator will help guide you through making sure you're connected with the title company, you have the correct instructions on how to submit these funds, and also we'll manage any other timelines that are listed in your offer contract. Now, your option period officially begins the day following the execution date on the offer. So if we got the offer accepted today and all parties signed the contract on January 12th, 2026, then the option period officially begins on January 13th. Now, this option period is super important to you as a buyer because if you're buying a resale home, this is the time where you get to finish all of your due diligence, inspections, research on the property, and also you still hold on to an unrestricted right to terminate if anything causes you to change your mind about moving forward on this purchase. And that unrestricted right also allows you to ask for a full refund of your earnest money back. However, the option period money will not be refunded to you. This is a non-refundable cost that goes to the seller one way or the other. Now, during this option period, myself and my transaction coordinator will help you schedule a home inspection and discuss the different types of inspections that you can opt into. Then, of course, I'll attend the inspection with you. Anything on there that is super concerning or worth renegotiating, we'll discuss, and we'll have to have that renegotiation with the seller and the listing agent completed before the end of the option period runs out. Now, let's talk about some of the other major things that you should be doing during this escrow process, other than, of course, working with me on the inspections. Number one, you need to stay super responsive and available during this time. Your lender is going to be continuously asking for additional documentation, verifications of employment, verifications of income, of gift funds, or updated bank statements. It's going to feel like a lot all at once, but this is definitely a normal part of the escrow process that is to be expected. Your lender is going to have a lot of requests, and they will even continuously ask for some of the same things as time goes on. For example, if the lender is asking you for the last 3 weeks of pay stubs, they may ask you for the updated week's pay stubs every week as we move through the closing process. They will also pull your credit during this phase, and it will be a hard pull this time rather than probably a soft pull, which you did during the pre-approval step. So secondly, it's really important that you communicate to them whenever you're making any big transfers or changes in just where you're holding your funds during this escrow time as well. If you're transferring large sums from one account to another or receiving gift funds from a family member, make sure you notify your lender first. That way they don't flag anything as fraudulent and things can continue moving smoothly. If you have any questions before you make any big transfers or receive any gift funds, run that by your lender first. They will have all the answers about how to do it appropriately. Because again, the lender needs to approve you officially for that house, and also they need to approve the house itself. Next, make sure you're keeping records of everything as well. This would be bank records, wire receipts, gift letters. Underwriting may ask for everything under the sun, and one of the hardest ones I've seen to receive on a short timeline is the employer verification. Sometimes this holds up a transaction where all we need is just for the buyer's employer to acknowledge that they work there, and it's just good to make sure that that is something that you're prepared to handle when it arises. Next, continue paying all of your regular monthly bills, including credit cards, utilities. Even one late payment could cause an entire halt to your loan approval. Also, it really helps if you can CC me to your communications with the lender, the title company, or anybody else that reaches out to you on this transaction. That way I can stay fully informed. I will try to always stay in the loop through everything, but sometimes it gets sent directly to you. So just forward me anything that I'm not CC'd on, or CC me to the next email. And that way I will help make sure that we are staying on top of everything and nothing slides. Now, let's talk about what you should not be doing during this escrow period. This side of things is probably more important to talk about because, quite honestly, the things you should be doing are a little bit more obvious, right? Number one, no more big purchases that are financed. For example, please do not show up to closing driving a brand new car. Don't finance your furnitures, no new appliances, or financed expensive trips before you close on this home. The reason for this is because it affects your credit score, and that can entirely halt or just put an end to your loan approval, right? So even when it comes to your current lines of credit or credit cards, do not open anything new. No new credit cards. Don't close any old credit cards. Don't take out any new personal loans. All of these things will show up as your lender is doing those continuous verifications on your loan approval, and ultimately it's better to be safe than sorry. Thankfully, I've never had it happen where a client has bought a new car during the closing process, because I always try to tell you guys not to upfront. However, I have heard horror stories about it. Next, do not change jobs or income structures if you can help it during this escrow period, because that also could throw a wrench in the loan approval. If you're starting a new job and you're relocating to Austin, this is still pretty common, and lenders still can work with a job offer that's been accepted, even if the start date is after you've moved to Austin. But switching careers or perhaps changing from a W-2 job to a 1099 job, those are the things that can really cause a problem. Next, don't get married during the escrow period. I've had one client do this, and we actually were able to solve things and make it to the closing table on time. However, there can be a lot of complications to the financing portion of the loan when it comes to who's on title and who's also going to be on the loan. Also, Texas is a community property state, so this is something you should consult with an attorney or do further due diligence on before deciding on the right timing for you of buying that home, whether it be before you get married or after you get married. Next, don't agree to anything directly with the seller or the listing agent. If they contact you for whatever reason, which they shouldn't be contacting you, they should be contacting me as your representative in the transaction. But if they do end up contacting you for whatever reason, don't agree to anything, and then also loop me into the communication or tell them you don't want to have any direct communication with them, that they should contact me as your agent. This way we can make sure that you are protected and that we don't lose any negotiation power in the meantime. And lastly, don't panic. I know it sounds easier said than done, but trust me, I do have your back this whole transaction and long after we close as well. Every transaction may have its own road bumps or hiccups along the way, but make sure that you're always openly communicating with me as your agent, and I will always make sure that you're well informed with what's coming next and how to prepare for it. If you are ever unsure if something could affect your financing or the contract, reach out to me before making any major changes. That one conversation together could help save you a lot of time and stress. Going through this escrow period is about staying steady, following the timelines, and having the right people to guide you through it. So congratulations again on your accepted offer. I am so excited to help you make it all the way to the closing table and start making memories in your new home. And if you are just looking to buy or move to the Austin area and want a calm and professional approach, I'd love to help. Please book a call with me down in the description below and we'll get together to create a strategy that's fit for you. And also, please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps me out a ton. Thank you so much for watching this one, and I hope it's been helpful. So if you've made it this far, leave a comment down below with your thoughts about the escrow period. I love to hear some of your good experiences, bad experiences as well. But otherwise, happy house hunting. I'll see you in the next one.